Hi, my name is William Deboer. I go by Will. My pronouns are he, him. I have over 7 years of accumulated experience in customer service from while working at Z Chocolato, Calico Corners, and UCSF as a cashier sales associate or an interior design consultant and sales associate, and as a patient intake coordinator. I also have experience as a registered dental assistant in California and a graphic designer in various tech businesses and startups throughout the Bay Area. Today, I would like to share a bit about myself and my most previous experience relating to customer service and how I could bring things of value to the PUDO team. Great. A time that I had a difficult customer, or kind of a very demanding customer, was when I was a design associate at Calico Corners in Alexandria, Virginia. It's a historic area near Washington, D.C., and a lot of the homes are historic. So a lady had come in and she was redecorating her remodeled, partially remodeled, ongoing some remodeling projects still, but she needed to get her interior decorating needs orders in and figured out, kind of in tandem with these other projects, which made it challenging. But I was able to just practice being very communicative, thorough, anticipate any changes, and cater to those by being highly organized. So into the timeline that went over, the course of a year, she was hoping to have this all completed in the following year, the summer of the following year, so that she could have her daughter's wedding at her house. And the order was a high budget. There were, like 7 or 8 rooms that needed to be redone. We placed orders and chose fabrics for window treatments and table coverings, table settings, and multiple furniture pieces that were new or being reupholstered. So I had established a very large folder for her and just kept it very, very organized and timelined out in accordance with what made sense, and also worked around what vendors' schedules were currently are and installers' schedules were, and then communicated that with her as well and worked with her schedule. And overall, the entire project went very well. There were some hurdles with the scheduling of installation and some cancellations or back orders of swatches, but again, I prepared for those by having multiple options and backup plans, so that we minimized any sort of like frustration or misunderstanding between the businesses, the vendors, and the client. And all in all, the house installation went very well and looks beautiful. The client was very, very satisfied, and the wedding was also beautiful. So that's just something that, utilized a lot of my skills over the course of the year that I was working on this project. So I like to highlight that. The other time that I think applies to the skill set that I'd be using at Manpower or at Zoox would be when I am working at Z Chocolato, which is my current role. An elderly customer had called in to place her Christmas order, and she was having trouble navigating our site. And I went online at our store computer and just kind of walked her through the different pages and products that we have, and was just very patient. We ended up chatting a little bit about how she was sending these items to different family members, And I, showed her how that she could set up recurring orders to go out every year, like at a certain time, and just schedule them. And she, ended up placing about 4 orders with us, and was very happy by the end of it, and was like, oh, I'll be able to do this again next year, no problem. And I was like, well, just use that way that I showed you to automate it. And all you have to, they'll send you an email, and all you have to do is, log into your account and approve it. And, you know, boom, Bob's our uncle. It's all said and done. So that was a successful time when I, example of when I just took the time to go through, to listen to a client, and to go through what we could do as a company to help them and satisfy, what they want. Um, anyway, I think that's about it. I would love the opportunity to talk further with you about my extensive experience. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning into my video, and have a happy holiday.